Hello students. So yesterday we are talking about physical and chemical change basically. Today again we are discussing about physical and chemical change and chemical reactions and chemical equations. So we will dealing through the three different topics in today lectures. Physical and chemical change, what are the real meaning of chemical change, how to write chemical equations, and what are the meaning of chemical reactions, what are the formula, what are the symbols that will make a reactions. So let us start. Chemical change, as you know that there are different types of changes around you. Some changes that can be reversed, the previous process and the forward process both having the same nature, but the very well known different processes are there that having a different nature before the process and after the process. So look, when the process having a different nature, before the process and after the process, that means they have a chemical change. Means when the substance have different properties, different nature after the process, after the reaction, after the change, that means they have a chemical change. Chemical change means they have a change their nature. When process are undergone, when the process are turns into the forward, they have a different nature in their product. We are using the word reactants and product. Reactant and product mean when the process are start, when the substance are start to change, that is initially called reactant. And when these substance turns into the some other substances, some other things, that is called product. So that is a very basic concept. There are a difference between reactants and products. Both must have a different nature, different properties, different behaviors. If both have different properties, different nature and different behaviors, they must be called chemical change. Mean in physical change, both have a same nature. Both means reactants and product. So both have a same nature, reactant and product. But if the nature turns change, if the product has different nature than a reactant, that is called a chemical change. How to write these things? In left hand side, we are really write the initial process or initial substance that is going to change, and in right hand side we are writing the different things, the other product that will convert it from the reactant. That is indicated by a sharp arrow that used to make a direction of conversion of reactant into the product. So, chemical change having a different nature. That will going to change. Going to the change. For example, I already taken the examples study lecture, but let's check the another lecture. Another example. In the process of respiration, when we inhale the air through the lung, and that air go through the blood and reach into the cells, that airs having oxygen actually convert the glucose into carbon dioxide. So look at the glucose. The glucose is a different substance and carbon dioxide is a different substance. Mean with the help of oxygen, glucose and carbon dioxide both have different nature. So glucose turns into the carbon dioxide and we just exhale the carbon dioxide through the lung. That meaning the respiration must be a chemical change because that convert that change the glucose into the different substance called carbon dioxide. That is a biological example. That is a biological example. Look at some chemical example around you. As you are well known about the rusting of iron, the gray substance, the highly malleable and ductile iron, after rust change or turns into reddish brown substance called rust that has a brittle nature. On hammering, that rust is easily break down, indicating the rust must be a different substance from that iron. Both are different substances, so they must have chemical changes. So different examples around you that indicating a chemical change. You can look at different examples. Many more examples are actually around you that make a sense about chemical change. Digestion of food, cooking of food, rusting of iron, spoiling of the substance materials, releasing a bad odor, spoiling of that milk. So that means the spoiling of milk must be chemical change, because you cannot reverse that spoiled milk into the milk again. Curdling of milk, curdling matlab the conversion of milk into the curd. That is also a kind of chemical change. That is very well examples around you that indicating the chemical change. So curdling of milk, spoiling of milk, conversion of milk into the paneer, means cheese. That is also example. So all these must have a chemical change because the process cannot be reversed. So with the help of these examples, you will very well understood, aware about the chemical change. Now the factor is how these chemical changes really occur. How these chemical changes really occur. So jump into the next topic, chemical reactions. Chemical reactions means whenever the process are undergoing, whenever the substances are turned into the another substance, there must be some different things, some different, you can see say that chemicals, different formula, different particles, different atoms that must be undergoing to change into the different substance. Chemical reactions mean the substance that make a matter, the particles that make a matter turns into the different particles. Means, for example, suppose you are taking example of rusting of iron again. We have a metal iron. That has a formula is with Fe. The formula you already know in the class 9th level. The iron has formula Fe, and after conversion to the rust, rust must be a different formula, and that is the formula is Fe2O3. Fe2O3 means you can see the iron, initially the iron having a formula Fe that convert into the another formula. So the conversion of one kind of particles, one kind of atoms into the different kind of particles or atoms or molecules are called chemical reactions. And writing these formula in the terms of symbols is called chemical equations. So we have to discuss about chemical reactions and chemical equations in detail. In this chapter, these two topics are really in detail. After that, we will going to start the balancing of the process, balancing of the chemical equations. But before that, we have to discuss more about these topics. How to convert these iron, these Fe into the rust. The one very doubtful things are there. If iron has a formula Fe, So how we'll get that formula Fe2O3? And O is a formula of oxygen. O is a formula of oxygen, you know very well. O is a symbol of oxygen. In class 9 you will very well know that. So iron must be combined with oxygen to form the rust. Iron must be combined with oxygen to form a rust, because without combining with oxygen we will not get a formula of Fe2O3. So whenever we are dealing with chemical reaction, there must be a different particles that combine together, a different particles that break down together, that will turn into the another particles. So reactant, in the terms of reactant, the iron must be combined with oxygen to form a rust. Must be combined with oxygen to form a rust. Iron has a symbol Fe, oxygen has a symbol O, but this is a molecular form, molecule. In class 9 there was a chapter atoms and molecules, so you will know that oxygen exists in the form of O2, so that is a formula of O2, a molecule of oxygen. So that oxygen combined with iron will form Fe2O3. अब one more basic concept is still left. What was that? You know that the process of rusting needs moisture. A process of rusting needs moisture. Means in the presence of air and moisture, the iron can turn into the rust. The iron can turn into the rust. That means there must be a role of water vapor, there must be a role of water or moisture that will turn the iron into the rust. So there must be an addition of water molecules also. There must be a addition of, so we have three particles. In one example, conversion of iron into rust, we have three particles. The first particle is iron that combine with the oxygen molecule and water molecule into rust. But you will ask, sir, there is only iron and oxygen in the formula and you are using water also. So where water is gone? The water is here. Actually, the formula is, the complete formula of rust is Fe2O3 dot H2O. Fe2O3 dot H2. That is the formula of rust. So look at the formula. The formula consists iron atom, oxygen atom and water molecule as together in single formula. In single formula all these atoms are included, but there are separately, these particles are separately combined. Means in chemical reactions atom does not change. Here is also iron, oxygen, hydrogen. So before reaction in reactant side and after reaction in product side, atoms are same but particles are different. Atoms are same but particles are different because these atoms are in separate mode, but here the atoms are in combined mode. This is called compound. In compound, the different atoms or molecules combine together to form a single formula. So that means you have to note down that in a process of chemical reactions, the different particles in the terms of atoms or molecules combine together to form a single particle, a single formula. Clear? That is called product. Before that, one more very important thing is that atom does not change. But their arrangements are changed. So in chemical reaction, we can define in chemical reaction the atoms of reactants rearrange themselves. Listen carefully, this is a definition. In chemical reaction, atoms of reactants rearrangement themselves to convert into the product, but they have a same atom previously in reactant and in the product, but they have a different arrangement. Look at me, they have a different arrangement. Reactant and product, they have a different arrangement. Clear? So the nature of force, the nature of force, the nature of arrangement, the nature of bonding, all of these things, bonding means how the particles are bind together, how the particles are bind together, all these things are changes. The arrangement, the nature of binding, the nature of force in reactant particles or atoms change, and that will convert into the product. That will convert into the product. Clear? Clear? Okay. Look at example again. Look at example. Iron, oxygen molecule O2, water molecule H2, they are combined to form a Fe2O3.H2O, a formula of rust. But are they have a same number of atoms in both sides? Same number of atoms. Here 2 atom of oxygen in one molecule, 1 oxygen atom in a water molecule. So total 3 oxygen atom in reactant side. 3 oxygen atom. Here is also 3 oxygen and 1 oxygen atom. 4 oxygen atom. Mean in product side 4 oxygen atoms are there and reactant side 3 oxygen atoms are there. Means atoms are different in numbers. So for that we need to balance the reaction. Balancing means we actually equalize the number of atoms in both sides. Balancing means we actually equalize the number of atoms in both sides. We have to check the number of atoms must be same in both sides, because if the number of atoms are not same, the formula will not be completed. The reaction will not be completed. The equation is not to be completed. Clear? So these are the symbols of iron, oxygen and water. This is the symbol of rust. So representation. Look at the definition again. Representation of symbols or formula of different particles in reactant side and product side is called chemical equations. Chemical equation means representations of chemical reactions in symbols or formula. Chemical equation means representation of symbols or formula of chemical reactions. So chemical reactions describe how the chemical change occur. Repeat कर रहा हूँ सुनिए ध्यान से. Chemical reactions describe how chemical change occur, how the reactant turns into the product, how the nature turns differently, and chemical equation describe the representation of chemical change, chemical reactions. Chemical equation represent the symbolic forms of chemical reactions. So chemical equations are really representations only. And to write a balanced reaction, we need to balance, we need to equalize the number of atoms in both sides. We need to equalize or balance the number of atoms in both sides. That is really very important. So in this lecture, we basically focus on that how the chemical reactions and chemical equations are right. So throughout this lecture, we dealing through how the representations are there, how we decide the right to formula, decide to write the symbols, what is the meaning of chemical equations. In NCERT, you have to first, this is really notice for you, you must be got the NCERT book. This is really very important for board students. The line by line, the activity wise, and every activity is very important for board students. That will appear in a board. So go through the NCERT books, and on the first page, the first activity is actually magnesium ribbon, the burning of magnesium ribbon. So magnesium ribbon, the symbol of magnesium is Mg. The burning of magnesium ribbon, you will see in the activity, on burning magnesium ribbon, the silvery white magnesium turns into the white solid, white powder. So on burning, actually magnesium combined with combined with oxygen, that will change into a white powder having formula MgO. So in the first activity, that is a really first activity. In the first activity, burning of magnesium, the white silvery ribbon that burned with a dazzling sound, dazzling light, that combined with oxygen molecule and turns into white powder having formula MgO. This is also a kind of chemical change. How we know that chemical change is there? Because the magnesium ribbon was a silvery white color, a shiny silvery white color, having a malleability nature. We can, unhaving the magnesium ribbon can be flattened, can be converted into the thin sheet. But on burning, we got a white powder having a different nature. We will notice that different nature with the help of one another activity given in your NCERT again. But that we'll discuss in the next lecture. We first got these things: magnesium ribbon having formula Mg combined with O2, oxygen molecule, turns into magnesium oxide white powder, is a chemical change because both have a different nature. So chemical change how occur? There must be a chemical reactions are there. Chemical reactions decide a chemical change, and representation of chemical changes, chemical reactions in the formula symbols are called chemical equations. So we are actually summarizing these three topics in this lecture. In next lecture, we will detail explanation about how the magnesium ribbon, the activity was there actually. So we will discuss about activity, the magnesium activity, and how we know that magnesium oxide has a different nature, that will also activity. So we will discuss in the next lecture about these two activity. Then after we will discuss about the balancing of the reactions. So go through the lecture, see carefully. Okay, thank you, and learn the concept given today carefully, and I will ask in the next lecture one by one. Okay, thank you.